my ghost encounters part 2. On part 1, I talked about how my ghost threw my speaker into the trash can, and when I got out of the shower, I was really freaked out, and then I saw these tiny little children's handprints on my towel. Picture right here. So I get out of the shower and I try to ignore everything that happens. So I just go and I do a smart one in the microwave. As my smart one cooks, I look around the house and suddenly I see something that terrifies me. Across the room, I see the window blinds moving side to side. You know, it just starts moving about 2 to 3 inches side to side. And this is not something that has ever happened before. At this point, I'm terrified. I feel like I'm living in a horror movie. I am so scared. I call my roommate and she says she's not gonna be home for another hour. So I am so scared that I take my smart one and my fork into the hallway. I eat it in the hallway and I literally wait there until my roommate comes out. Like for our part 3.
This is why having a baby monitor could be the scariest thing you ever buy. A dad in Michigan bought a baby monitor with his wife for their newborn. They wanted to check on the newborn while she was sleeping just to make sure everything was going okay. So the dad goes into the room and sets up the baby monitor and puts it at an angle on top of the shelf. So at this angle, the dad can see just the crib and the baby sleeping. So the dad and the mom start eating dinner and they bring the baby downstairs to join them. As they're eating dinner, the baby starts crying and the mom and the dad say, okay, well, the baby's tired, we're gonna put her down for a nap. So they lay the baby down in the crib, and keep in mind, this is the first night of the baby monitor. And what happens next will literally give you chills. Look, I literally have chills before I'm about to tell you guys. So in this video, the current temperature is 66 degrees. Watch this. The baby is sleeping, and watch the bear. Did you see it? Watch. Ready? Bam. Oh my God. If you guys want to see more of these, make sure to click the follow button right there. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out.
Oh my goodness, guys, look behind him. Is that a ghost? Could this be actually real? Comment down below if you think this is real or not. I actually think it's a ghost. 'Cause look at it. Who could do that? And he doesn't even notice it. The door's wide open and he doesn't even notice it. He's still texting on his phone. Really? Man, I don't know. I'm getting kind of scared.
I once saw what many would consider to be the Grim Reaper. I was playing poker on a late Sunday night when suddenly I got a very bad feeling. Chills ran through me, but I didn't feel sick. I wasn't drunk, tired, or even remotely feeling physically bad. I just had a sudden need to get home and make sure that my mom was safe. So I cashed out my chips and I left. Anxiety and worry followed me all of the way home, but I never considered anything out of the ordinary. I figured I was just thrown off by being out so late on a Sunday. The night was cold and quiet, but no stranger than usual. When I got home, my mother was in the shower. I called out to her that I was home, and she was very relieved. I went to hang up my winter gear by my window, and then I saw it. We lived across from a park, and floating down the sloping hill towards my apartment building was a massive hooded figure composed of tattered.
Here's a true scary story that happened to my friends and I. We decided to visit the infamous Bracken Fern Manor in Lake Arrowhead, California. This location is known to be haunted by many spirits as the mafia members owned it. People like Al Capone and Bugsy Siegel were known to have stayed here. It was also used as a brothel. With that being said, many people died here. While we were in there, we heard many unexplainable noises. We saw some shadow figures, and there were many spots in the house that were extremely cold. Something wanted us to leave because this happened. I honestly felt very angry in the home, like something did not want us there. The full video is available on my YouTube channel.
Everybody thinks this video is fake until they see what's in the vent. In 2018, a group of urban explorers decided to check out this abandoned factory. As soon as they go inside, they see this warning on the wall. They go upstairs anyways and immediately hear voices from the floor above them. Instead of running away like normal people, they go up to have a look. They trace the voices back to this vent, so they think, and they take their camera and they slide it in to have a look. When they review the footage, they can't believe what they found.
The demon Valak was introduced to popular culture through the Conjuring movie series, taking the form of a demonic nun and terrorizing Lorraine Warren through the conduit of Janet Hodgson of the Enfield Poltergeist case, and nearly murdering her husband, Ed. But that's Hollywood. So who or what is Valak really, and does it truly take the form of an evil demonic nun? Valak is a demon described in a number of Goetic grimoires, including The Lesser Key of Solomon and Johann Weyer's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, as a winged boy riding a two-headed dragon, who has the power to give true answers of hidden treasures, has dominion over 30 legions of devils, and is considered a great president of hell. This is quite different from the nun seen in the Conjuring universe.
I feel bad for this guy over here. He's underwater. Oh, I just saw something. How about another ghost story? So this one time I was laying in bed because I just had a tonsillectomy, and it was long enough that I wasn't on meds anymore. So my friend decided to bring me over some dinner to help out because we had a little kid at home at the time. So she comes over and she says, "Christy, come on out of the bedroom." And I had seen her walk past my doorway, and her husband walk past my doorway, and her daughter walked past my doorway. And so I told her, "Hey, I can't come out, like I'm in my pajamas." And she's like, "No, it's fine, come on out." And I said, "No, really, like your husband's here, let me get dressed." So she proceeds to tell me, "My husband's not here." And I told her, "No, I literally saw you walk by with your husband behind you. He was wearing Hawaiian shorts and a t-shirt. And mind you, it's wintertime." And she's like, "No, there's nobody walking behind me besides my daughter." So she says, "Describe him." And I do. And come to find out, her cousin passed away a week before that used to wear Hawaiian shorts.
Hi guys, if you like paranormal stuff and ghosts, stick around. I promise it'll be worth it. Let me start off by saying that I have a lot of stories and a lot of experiences I could tell, but this one is my favorite because I actually have photographic evidence. So, here we go. September 2014, I had a friend named Devin who passed away tragically in a car accident. We had a celebration for life for him at his family's house. There, my best friend Liz spun fire to his favorite song. It was absolutely beautiful and moving, and we all really felt like he was there with us while she was doing this. So much so that towards the end, when she was trying to blow out her fans, they wouldn't go out, and we kept joking that it was him pulling a prank on us. Well, we were right. because I took these burst photos while she was trying to blow out her fan. You can see as the picture progresses, he slowly materializes behind her.
What a glorious day for hospital ghost stories. Part 2. So at 11 o'clock every night, I would go down to every single room and make sure they had enough water or they needed blankets or anything like that. I wanted to make sure everyone was good to go to sleep at around 11 o'clock. I see a woman in a hospital gown walk into the very last room, and I think to myself, that's weird. That room is empty. So I jog my chunky ass all the way back and walk in the room, and there's no one in the room, and the TV is on. So I bend down, pick up the remote, turn the TV off, set the remote down, and turn to walk out. As I turn, I see the woman directly in front of me. So I thought to myself, maybe she's lost. So I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, how can I help you?" At that instant, she just vanished from sight. At that point, I put on my shitting pants. Follow for more ghost stories.
So a few nights ago, my friend and I went to an extremely haunted location. As most of you know, I am a YouTuber and I go to the most haunted locations in the world. This was by far one of the most haunted places I've ever been to. So this road is known to be a body dumping ground and is also known as a place for cults to do satanic rituals. As we were walking to the location, we heard a bunch of whispers and we heard trees moving, just weird stuff kept happening. When we got to a part of the trail, we came across this baby powder that was just left on the side of the road. So we decided to dump this baby powder on the ground, which I don't know if that's why it was there, if someone else was doing this, but we decided to put it on the ground to see if there would be any fingerprints or anything weird like that. And it worked. We then began to talk to spirits with a spirit box, and they started saying insane things that I can't even believe. I don't know if we made them angry because this happened. Really hearing shit. What the
If you have ever gone to Omegle, you need to listen to this. This is the true story about what happened on an Omegle video chat. There was a guy named Nick who was 17 years old. After Nick got home from school, he didn't have anybody to talk to, so he just went on the computer and typed in omegle.com. As he's skipping through trying to find somebody to communicate with, he comes across this guy. This is kind of a cartoon of what he looks like. So as Nick enters the chat room, he looks at the guy and he says hi. The guy then types in the chat and says hi and lays back. Nick thought it was really weird that the guy didn't just say it, so he asked, "Why can't you talk?" The guy then types in the chat, "I am completely deaf." What happens next is terrifying. The deaf guy then types in the chat and says, "I'm going to have to use this whiteboard to talk to you because my hands will be occupied." Keep in mind, that's very important. So Nick, who thought that was weird, said, "Okay." The deaf guy pulls out a whiteboard that says, "Let's play Russian roulette." So immediately Nick starts freaking out and the guy puts one bullet inside the chamber and spins it. The man pulled the trigger and the gun didn't go off and he said round 2. Part 2 will be posted right after this. Make sure to follow.